401k plan loans. What nobody tells you about the interest. Should you take a loan from your own 401k? It sounds simple. You're just borrowing from yourself, right? Not quite. There's a detail about how the interest gets taxed that almost nobody explains, and it changes the math. Let's get into it. Quick note before we start. This is education, not personalized financial advice. Always check your own plan's specific rules. Here's what we'll cover: whether your plan even allows loans, how much you can actually borrow, how repayment works, and that interest detail I mentioned, which I'm saving for the end because it's the part that actually changes whether this makes sense for you. First off, not all 401k plans have a loan provision. You'll need to check with your plan administrator to see if yours allows it at all. Once you've confirmed your plan does allow loans, what does that actually mean? A 401k loan lets you borrow from yourself and pay yourself back over time. As long as it's repaid on schedule, there are no taxes or penalties on that money. So, how much can you borrow? Some plans are more restrictive, but generally, the IRS allows you to borrow up to 50% of your vested account balance with a hard cap of $50,000. Vested balance and total balance could be two different amounts. Watch my video on vesting for more information on that. That $50,000 max can also be reduced if you've had an outstanding 401k loan in the past 12 months. Plans can also set a minimum loan amount. A typical minimum is around $1,000, but confirm the specifics with your plan administrator. How long do you have to pay it back? A standard loan needs to be repaid within 5 years to avoid taxes and penalties. You can choose a shorter schedule, but 5 years is generally the max. Some plans make an exception for residential loans. If you're borrowing to buy a home, that repayment period can be extended. Is there interest? Yes, the plan is required to charge a competitive interest rate in order to offer loans at all, and that rate is set in your plan document and loan policy. A common example is prime rate plus 1%. Here's the part people don't expect: that interest doesn't go to a bank. It gets deposited straight back into your own 401k account along with the principal as you repay it. There are a few genuinely good things about a 401k loan. One, if your plan allows them and your request fits the guidelines, approval is automatic. No credit check, no application process like a bank loan. Two, repayment is easy since most plans withhold it directly from your paycheck, the same way your regular contributions work. Three, the interest you pay goes back into your own account, not to a bank or any third party. So why might you not want to take one? When you take the loan, that money is literally removed from your balance and sent to you. The rest of your account stays invested, but that borrowed portion isn't, so you could miss out on investment growth because the interest rate you're paying yourself is often lower than what that money might have earned had it stayed invested. Any growth you see on that portion is just the interest you're paying yourself, not real market appreciation. And here's the detail almost nobody explains about these loans. When you repay the principal, it goes back into the plan with the same tax treatment it had before. But the interest you repay is paid with money you've already paid tax on. You don't get a deduction for it. That after-tax interest then gets deposited into your pre-tax account where it grows tax deferred, and you'll pay tax on it again when you eventually withdraw it. In effect, that interest gets taxed twice. There are legitimate reasons to take a 401k loan, but you need to know both sides: the automatic approval and easy repayment on one hand, the missed growth and that double taxed interest on the other, before deciding if it makes sense for your situation. Hopefully, you found this helpful. If so, please consider subscribing. I'm answering the questions people don't ask in their enrollment meeting. Thank you for watching.